when you stand on the reconstructed battlements of the Great Wall, overlooking the shifting dust of the Ordos Loop. They would have been defined by a blur of motion and a continuous, rhythmic clack-clack-clack that sounded more like a loom than a weapon of war. To the storyteller, it is the magic invention of the brilliant strategist Zhuge Nu. We often see it in modern media as a sort of ancient submachine gun, a weapon that made its wielder invincible. We assume that because it fired rapidly, up to 10 bolts in 15 seconds, it must have been a superior killing machine. The Zhuge Nu collapses all of these steps into a single, back-and-forth motion. Because the lever must be operated by one hand while the other holds the grip, the draw weight is limited by the strength of a single arm, usually around 20 to 30 pounds. A line of 10 peasants armed with Zhuge Nu could put 100 bolts into the air in the same time frame. Its bolts are short, light, and lack stabilizing fletching, meaning they tumble and drift almost the moment they leave the track.
You didn't need to be a marksman. You only needed to hit the skin.
Each bolt was a delivery vehicle for a toxin that caused cardiac arrhythmia and respiratory failure. It was the democratization of lethal force through mechanical automation. Zhuge Nus. The Zhuge Nu represented the opposite approach. It allowed the state to field massive armies of relatively untrained men who... The win goes to the bureaucracy with the best logistics, not the culture with the bravest heroes. The psychological effect of seeing a continuous stream of projectiles, even weak ones, is far more suppressive than a single high-stakes shot. The weapon that was built to protect the state ended up dictating the state's strategic posture. Furthermore, the Zhuge Nu remained in active service for a staggering amount of time, nearly 2,000 years. Do we overestimate the value of the single, perfect strike and underestimate the cold, mathematical efficiency of the rainfall of iron? There is no closure to the legacy of the Zhuge Nu, because its DNA is present in every modern weapon system. The Zhuge Nu remains a wooden, clattering reminder that the most enduring weapons are not the ones that celebrate the hero, but the ones that automate the nightmare.